Hello, adventurers, and welcome to Grognard and Friends. My name's Paul Lucas, your friendly neighborhood Grognard, and I'm coming to you from the secret underground bunker between worlds far beneath scenic Grognard Gables, where, along with my friends, we play a little game that we know as Dungeons and Dragons. Now, on this very special Speak Like a Pirate Day, let's check in with the friends and start this week's episode of Grognard and Friends. When last we left our friends, they were continuing their investigation of the Eastern Districts into the disappearance of the missing children. After an interesting meeting with a retired professor of the university, they learned of another professor that might be able to enlighten them with some knowledge about the mysterious house on the bitch. En route to that meeting, one Professor Prudence Sparklebottom, one of Gaius's visions came true and a large tower exploded nearby. And as prophesied in the vision, Gaius was able to rescue a small swaddled person from the devastation. That being turned out to be a small blue goblet named Butt Trumpet, a friend and companion of the wizard who lived in the exploded tower. And together, the new friends all together went to a bar called the Ratskeller, a pub version of a medieval college nightclub. Here they met the gnome professor who was not only true to her name, but incredibly helpful as well. And as we pick up with our friends, they're just outside of the Ratskeller after leaving Professor Prudence Sparklebottom.
Arr.
No.
Ahoy! Reed, I see you've grown a mighty mustache, my friend.
Arr. It's hard to shave with a Caesar rolling like that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that before we ruin the game for Paul.
I'm fine.
No, he gave me permission. This is now his fault. Someone slipped me some grog, so I'm talking like an idiot.
Properly.
Guys, it's grog tonight in honor of Talk Like a Pirate Day instead of wine.
Yes, it's grog.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Careful with all your grog drinking, man, lest I don't get any later on this eve. But you think all pirates sound the way you do?
It's a mutiny,
No.
everybody.
It's just, these are the pirates where I come from talk like this.
That's SpongeBob SquarePants, isn't it?
Ah, yes, and a pineapple under the sea.
I thought I recognized that voice.
Yes, I got some Krabby Patties. Making secret sauce. I think I'm running out of the references for SpongeBob that I know.
Okay. On that note.
What time of day be it?
What was that?
What time of day be it, my friend? Ahoy, yo.
Wow. I think it's getting pretty late because didn't you meet up with Horace in the morning and then
Horace? No, Horace was like 1, 2
That was
in
the
the
day
afternoon.
before.
That was like after lunch.
that was the day
Was that
before?
the day before? Are you sure that was the day before?
Yeah,
Because this place
That was
is
the
only
day
before. Yeah, it was the day
20
before.
minutes away.
Okay.
I drink on the regular in this game. Pretend ways.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we met Horace in the evening.
2 or 3, or yeah.
I will verify. I didn't get a chance to do my full prep today and yesterday because, as I told you, I had some technical difficulties I had to work through. So I'm
Chat.
flying without a jib
Chat,
today.
what day is it? Hey,
Right.
chat, what day is it? help out the stream.
It's Monday. I thought it was still Monday.
Oh, no. You know what? It's Thursday.
Wrong show.
Oh wait, no. I thought it was Tuesday today because we were talking about going out to the west or to Eastern districts to see if Ham was cool.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Well,
Okay.
wait a minute.
Talking about,
No,
So
I
it
know
is Tuesday.
I know what time of day it is, because here's the deal. You were told to meet Prudence Sparklebottom in the evening at the Ratskeller.
Mm.
Right.
Oh,
And
Happy
the
classmates.
and the club was in full vigor. So it's the evening. It's Monday evening, I believe.
So it's Monday. Okay.
So we met Horace on Monday afternoon.
You met Horace at just around lunchtime, if you remember.
Mm.
So my memory was the best. That doesn't bode well.
I didn't take
Okay.
in mind.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm thinking I need to be
I'm the one who's
taking
supposed to
butt
lose track of
trumpet
days.
back to the oh shit stone's throw before she
yeah.
whoops any
I'm
cookies.
fine. I'm fine.
You're doing great, you know.
I gotta
Will
shake,
your
shake the pirate. All right.
will your wizard
Trump?
master come looking for you?
Oh boy,
I
I
almost-
don't even know where he is. Oh boy,
I think
oh boy, I don't know if he's gonna look for me.
Oh no.
Should
Okay.
we do a drive-by of the
What?
the
Throw her on the
towers?
front lawn and just keep going?
What is
I
this,
don't
Animal
know
House?
about that. I feel, Nikita,
I
that doesn't
did
sound,
not
that
feel
doesn't sound
one.
appropriate at all.
All
thought you
guys,
cared about
all you're missing is a shopping cart.
He could be butt trumpet so little, just scoop them right up and just, they're like a loaf of bread, well, that's been soaked in wine. And I'm afraid it's going to split open and spill all over the place. I'm just going to carry it like arm's length.
What kind of bread is this?
Very absorbent bread.
They're the size of a loaf of bread. Listen, I'm not good at
That's a big
metaphor.
loaf of bread.
Is the market still open? Is
Paul?
like the market, the town
Market's
square
still
market?
open?
Yes. You want to?
So
Shove
I will
food in her?
turn-
What?
Turn to butt trumpet. Hey, well, firstly, what are they wearing?
Oh, yeah.
Butt trumpet?
That
Yes,
trumpet
what
is
trumpet are you
wearing
wearing?
essentially the equivalent of a potato sack.
Sweet.
Oh, that's... We got
Would you,
some Dobby stuff going on here. All right.
So,
I
are you
did
still up
leave
on
the
the
shopping
field?
trip. Da.
Listen, hey, do you want to? Could you? Are you okay with coming down for a sec?
Okay.
Can you reach her?
Just don't
Well,
drop
butt
me.
trumpet and I are about the same height, so I'm like we're all.
Yeah, I'm just
Guys
leaning
picks her
slightly
off the
so you can get
Guys
her.
picks her up and passes her to
So butt trumpet,
Passes to Kellen, yeah.
butt trumpet. Nikita's leaning over with you on their shoulders towards Kellen, and your equilibrium's already a little off because of all the alcohol you.
I was about to say, if Nikita is leaning over, then I highly doubt I'm going to be staying on anything. I'm pretty sure I'm going to plop onto the ground.
Well, yeah, I will catch.
Yeah,
I'll catch
Kevin
you.
will get you.
Okay.
Are you ready? Does he need to roll for that to see whether he catches me?
Kellen,
You need to
give
make
us
a
a
dexterity check.
yes.
Give
Give me
us a
a
butt trump patch roll.
A what now?
dexterity check.
There you go. I've heard it both ways.
Oh,
20.
oh.
So she
I told you
doesn't
he
hit
had
her.
good hands.
So butt trumpet doesn't hit their head on the cobblestones and die
Right.
immediately.
You catch and go with the swing, and it's an effortless catch, and everyone is well.
Oh, hey, it's a good thing you're so relaxed. So,
It's like a second.
and I'll sort of, in like sotto voce, like a little private. Hey, I know things weren't. I don't know what the situation was like with your current master wizard guy, but do you want a proper shirt or something, or pants maybe? How about shoes? How do you feel about shoes? Are you good?
Oh, I've never worn any before. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be opposed.
Some chainmail, perhaps.
Okay. All right.
Would I be able
that is
to
a
rent
question.
Mm.
Maybe we skip the chainmail. All right. Are you
Shopping trip.
here? And I just take out a dagger and just sort of like hold. Just do you have anywhere to put this?
You're really going to give that to them right now? In the state they're in?
No one will notice
is
unless you
ironic,
call
me
attention to
saying
a
this.
cleric of the revels out in the middle of the street. Shh! I'm very good at this. Now, here.
They're allowed to have. We're allowed to carry this stuff. We just can't be using it on people. Is what. Whatever.
I'm not
But
gonna
you know what?
stab
I'm
anyone,
going to stop
guys.
trying to be the adult here, just because I'm the tallest.
Eldred leans into you, Kellen, and says, "I think Gaius is talking about the amount that the our new friend has consumed. Not so
Don't
much
want
the
her
fact that it's a
to-
dagger."
I guess.
I could probably hold it. I could take it. I could just see. if
No
I can
pressure
hold
You
if
know
you
what?
don't want to,
Why
or
don't
you
we
don't
get
feel
you
safe.
a belt, a proper belt
Ah.
to hang it off of, and then we'll strap it on. That way you can go hands free. How does that sound?
a belt too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leech
Do
now.
you like belts? Are you okay with belts? I know. Sometimes I
Poor
find them a little
child.
constricting, and it makes my hip bone hurt. But I can't carry everything in my hands.
well,
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not often used to being asked, but I certainly, again, I would not be opposed.
Oh. Okay. Well, everybody for a little
All right.
shopping again.
All right. All
Da.
right, Paul. Cue the '80s music shopping montage, and now it's done.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I give whatever amount of silver you say, and now my trumpet has been properly attired.
Okay.
Aha.
Whatever they desire.
That sounds
Lots of
fair.
nodding and head shaking.
Shopping montage.
So what does Black Trumpet look like now?
Okay, so interesting. You are in
It's like
the
a
market.
makeover scene.
Yeah. So walking out, we're all just standing there with our hands. No, go back in.
Yeah. No, go back in. Comes back out. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely want the half cloak. Mm-hmm.
So you head down to the market, and definitely some Duran or Men Without Hats is playing, obviously, for this.
Oh god, I feel it. Yes.
Okay, and you're taking Butt Trumpet into different tents, different shops. They're coming out at different points.
Hard cut to Eldred knocking over that one guy's shop again.
Well, not too far from there. Butt Trumpet, you feel something hit you in the back of the head.
What happened?
What was that?
You turn around and there's a bunch of kids kind of dressed in dark clothing, like laughing and like sticking out like, oh, I don't know.
Was it them?
Are we
Did I
all
see
right
it?
there?
Are we?
Did I see it?
Yeah,
perception rolls or something?
Kellen, give me a perception check with advantage because Nikita is helping.
Okay.
And the dice are rolled.
You
19.
You saw some movement. You didn't actually see it happen, but you did see movement to lead you to believe that this did come from these kids.
Okay. Is the rock still there?
It's on the ground with like a bunch of, it's a dirt ground, so there's rocks kind of everywhere.
Yeah, the rock.
The rock.
Dwayne the Rock
Dwayne
Johnson.
No, not Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
He's over at the concession
Container
stand eating a
extraordinaire.
whole chicken and terrifying everyone.
We'll say that you can find the rock. It wasn't a big rock.
It was a little pebble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we smell what the rock is cooking?
It doesn't matter.
Silence him. I cast silence on the party. We all leave.
I'm gonna
What was
pick up the
that?
rock. First, I'm just gonna.
Mm.
You okay?
Yes. Don't worry about it.
We are
I'm
worrying
gonna turn
about
back, and I'm going over there,
Okay.
I'm going behind him.
beelining it, just full on like fear.
Yep.
Break cock. I'm
I'm
going
right
over
behind
there.
him.
Okay. Kellen, give me another perception check.
Let's go beat up some kids.
Well, are they
Hell yes.
small? Are they children or are they just like?
They're like
teenagers?
14. Some
Oh,
of them
okay.
look a little younger, but the oldest is
worse
probably
than-
14.
Is this normal?
Somebody tell Reed.
Uh,
It sounds like a job for Reed.
What is that, Kellen?
No, it doesn't.
normal or advantage.
Oh,
I'm
normal.
fine.
Normal.
Okay.
That's good enough.
14. Okay.
As you make that beeline, you hear one of them say, "Oh shit, he's coming over."
Oh.
And like as you do it, like two of them take a step back. One holds his ground. The other two kind of take a step back.
Okay. Over there.
And so you know,
Walking right up.
you're in an area because it's kind of after the normal market hours. The area you're in is kind of clear. There's really not hardly anyone around.
Okay. So I'm coming up on them, and when I get right up on them, just like a respectable 2.5, 3 feet away,
That's right up
go
on them.
through it. Yeah, I mean it's confrontational, but like I'm
Yeah, not
close
here,
enough to
though.
get you,
Right.
but I'm not quite kiss or kill yet.
I love that
I'm just
phrase.
waiting for him to give me the signal, and I'm standing right behind him.
What was that, Butt Trumpet?
I love that phrase, kiss or kill, so much.
Which half?
You get right up into the face of the guy who held his ground, and he just looks you in the face and goes, "What's it to you?"
What's your life
Answer
to you?
the fucking question.
I imagine at this point, Gaius was looking at shirts and just like slowly turning around and looking at what's happening behind him, like, what the fuck?
Oh,
And-
is this kid?
About 14. This is the oldest one. The other ones are obviously like more like 11, maybe 12.
So I'm gonna like glare at them all and look back at this kid. You got a family at home that's gonna miss you? You got some important things coming up, birthdays, holidays? You want to get another present? You want to
Ever?
walk out with your friends ever again?
Why are we terrorizing
Don't
children?
you ever pick up another rock and throw it. If I catch you, I am going to remove pieces of you and feed them to you raw. And then I'll drop the rock right at his feet.
He looks at you and says, "Well, and he like looks around and goes, "We," and he looks at his friends and the two kids run. And he's like, "Oh, okay, mister. Okay."
Good answer.
Get the fuck out of here.
He goes, and then he's gone.
At which point,
I
Gaius
just
walks
watch
up.
him for a sec.
Goes down a street, totally just gone.
And you can see this is probably like Kellen is bit more, rather than his usual sort of like, I am roguishly threatening someone to get out. This is straight up. He probably would have murdered that kid if they were a little older.
Okay.
Nikita
Guys
is
walks
very
over.
impressed and gives him a chuck on the shoulder. Nice work.
Guys walks over, offers him a wineskin. We really got to stop terrorizing children, but good job on
I don't
bullies.
like bullies.
You have a moment, all of
Oh.
you kind of connect, you look each other in the eye, and the Flock of Seagulls music cues in again, and you get back to the montage.
Shopping montage.
All right.
And
So-
every time it
You
cuts
like-
to Kellen, he's just in the corner drinking.
At the end of it, you're walking down the promenade that is one side of the marketplace. The sun is kind of just in the final thing behind you, creating this kind of multicolored halo of your silhouettes. Gaius is passing around the wineskin. Butt Trumpet, what do you look like? What are you wearing?
Oh boy.
Sackcloth. Just the finest sackcloth.
Whatever you want.
Silk.
I believe
velvet lining.
that Butt Trumpet has a very fancy bright purple coat with a
Long?
lime green, yes, long, just brushing the tips of their toes, and a lime green sash with red stripes.
Love it.
Yes.
Perfect.
Slay!
I'm a big
We're not
fan
going
of
to
purple.
lose her in that fart cloud. That's for damn sure.
Well, you,
All right.
You're all very short and very easy to lose.
You look great. This is.
If
this
you-
is
If
Wow.
you need a hat, I have two. So, just saying.
Oh, a hat!
They're pretty cool.
Well,
Whatever
have
that
looked
thing
like it would
matches,
go
right?
the least with this.
I have a black one and a green one, so your choice.
They both match, though. Could it be a different shade
But it
of
might
green
be a
than what she has?
different green.
Yeah. Like a
Only
lime
had one
green
with
and
obnoxious
forest.
floating feathers.
We could probably pick you up some feathers, says Eldred.
Ooh, ooh, I'm excited! I'm excited! I'm excited! I'll take the black
can't
one.
wait
I
to
really
see.
like my green one. I really like the green one. I'll give you the black one, and you can accessorize as you feel fit.
Oh, Butt Trumpet, so you know, the black hat that Reed has given you is a pork pie hat.
Of course it is.
Oh,
So it is
I'm
starting
I'm
we
to...
all-
taking very long, wide steps as I walk.
yes. Those boots are made for walking. All right.
Making the way downtown.
Gaius, mark off, we'll say 7 silver.
All right. Thank God Gaius is good at the gambling tables. Otherwise, we'd be broke by now.
I would assume that these clothes were probably usually made for a puppet, like a marionette,
Hmm.
but that these fit like, very, very well.
We went to like a doll shop. It's like, yes, what that one's
exactly.
wearing.
Well, wait a minute, Butt Trumpet, you don't know what a doll is.
Oh, I know, the character doesn't, but the player does.
Oh, okay. How meta.
Yes, we can't help but
We're
be
gonna
just
need,
a
like,
little
an
mad.
out of character hashtag or something so we know.
Just a neon sign
If I
lights
could
up,
wink,
not
I
butt
would.
trumpet.
Okay, so where are you headed back to the Stone's Throw then, I think Nikita said?
Is it getting
That's
late?
one choice, or the cartographer.
You said it
if
was
we're
evening,
close, but I
right?
doubt
Yeah,
they're
it's
open.
dark. It's getting dark. It's like
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably not
Stone
open for
Throw?
business anymore.
Do we want to hit the cartographer tomorrow morning and then go check in with
Ah.
him?
That sounds
Ah,
Okay.
Paul, from the directions we were given,
yes.
how close is the stone's throw from? What was like the financial district and all that, and the Black Cathedral, I think it was, where you said that it was
Right.
located. Is that like walking distance? Is it a couple hours? Is that like higher?
Okay, so from you to the bridge going into the Eastern Districts is always about an hour and a half.
Yes.
You're up here in the Library District, whereas to get to the bridge, you have to go down and across to get to the bridge. So I'm going to say it's kind of up and over, and we'll say just over an hour is probably what it would probably take to get to the Artisan District around and like the Black Cathedral.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just for planning tomorrow, if we're trying
No
to get
problem.
to Goblin Town and all that, that's like a half a day's adventure just getting over there practically.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully
to
the
mention-
fog is
hey.
dissipated.
That's if the fart cloud's still there. If that's still there, then
It's been like 2 days.
Then
we've been
yeah,
out
I
here.
don't know if you guys want to go.
oh well. I want my splint mail. I want that
Well,
one
yeah.
extra
How long has
AC.
the cloud been up? Maybe 5 days at this point, because we were in it and we slept in it, and then we slept in it again, and then we went to.
I think at
there's
least
been a few-
we were in there at least 3 or 4 days
Yeah.
minimum.
So it might be starting to clear up. Hopefully.
I caught that.
hmm
But Trump is quoting bare naked ladies.
Oh, I enjoy
Okay.
some
Get me started.
BML.
Okay, are we still on our way to the Stone's Throw? Where are we again? Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll say that
Run away,
you are
Stone's
at the Stone's Throw. And it's hopping.
Can
Oh,
I
snap.
signal Butterbeer?
He sees you and just kind of gives you just a minute, and he's taking care of somebody, and he kind of motions you over to the end, like where the group of you were sitting with Horace before, because there seems to be a slight opening over there. Yes, little lady, what can I do for you?
Do you still have that separate room open? Apparently my snoring is quite hideous.
Probably more information than I need, but I certainly do.
That's
And
what I'm here for.
He reaches underneath, hands you the key.
Spasiba.
I'll take care of it with the father when we're not so busy.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
You got
he's the father, right? Right.
Yes.
What? The father of who?
Everyone in my
Nikita,
flock.
is your
I
dad
mean,
here?
I really don't know how many times I got to tell people that I am actually a priest of something before it starts to sink in.
Brave New World.
We can call you
Now
Papa
it's
Guy
right on.
if you like.
I don't think that's appropriate. And I don't know if that sounds like it might
Aw.
get weird depending upon who we're around.
Again,
Especially if it's a bunch of like waist high people calling me Papa Gaius. That's now I'm saying it out loud and I'm unsettled.
we must do this.
Butterbeer, I need a drink.
So,
high
Buck
octane
Trumpet,
stuff.
if you wish to crash with me tonight, I have a room that the two of us can sleep in.
Oh, okay. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Great.
And also a pitcher of water for the little blue one.
Or a barrel,
No.
something her size.
We'll wean her off. You're
Da.
gonna have to. You're rooming with them. You're gonna have to deal with that in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. I plan on it.
This plastic.
Reed goes over to
Stones
Anybody
don't
have
exist
some
in this
plastic
universe.
sheeting?
They're sending stones.
Sorry?
Reed goes over to Butterbeer and quietly, so nobody else can hear, he says,
Oh,
the
the bacon.
goblet really likes bacon, so hook her up.
Butterbeer says, "Don't have any tonight, but tomorrow morning I'll give an extra helping."
Okay, doke.
Yeah, and the food butterbeer for the table.
Okay. A group
Heavy,
gets
greasy food.
a group gets up and leaves so you can get the table. And he says, let Betty know. And the barmaid who talked to you, Reed, comes over and says, "Oh, hello there. How are all of you? What can I get all of you? What would you like to drink?" Okay.
Oh God! No,
That was the
Gaius is just
funniest
running
pause.
through. Gaius is just running through what's happened today. He's like, whiskey. I will definitely have whiskey.
Okay. Who
I
else?
picture all of us.
Normal.
I'm picturing all of us looking at guys like, what are we allowed to have? Like, I don't know.
Yes,
What?
Papa,
No,
what are we allowed to have?
That's right, guys.
Stop with the Papa stuff. Stop it, please, for the love of Bacchus. Just no.
That wasn't she started it.
It's anyway. Yeah, I'm having whiskey, and these other adults can choose what they want.
Wine for me,
I
please.
would love a Bobby Baron, please.
Okay. Wine. Okay, I may take me a while to get
Oh.
some of that because I'll have to
No,
dig it
it's
out.
fine. Whatever's good. I like ale too. Ale's good.
Ale's easy. I can take care of that right away, she says.
I can't wait till we go to a place that actually has vineyards.
Dragon's toenail,
Kind of
as
so
usual.
weird.
You got it. Little lady?
Or
Yes, you. The only
just checking.
the only lady at the table.
No, I know.
Little
It's
dwarf
been
lady.
a day. Could I have a Bloody
Lord
Baron?
Helmet.
For Joustin?
Coming right up.
Okay.
And my little blue friend, what would you like to drink?
Water.
She's had her. I lean over to the waitress. They've had their weight in wine earlier.
Oh, so wine.
Yeah,
Water.
water.
Coming right up.
Extra water in the wine, please.
And any food?
Can you make it like grape juice? Is grape juice the
Do
thing
you
around
have
here? Can we
any
do that?
soup-based soups like a borscht or with potatoes, heavy?
I have some soup with potatoes in it.
Let's do that.
We call
Okay.
it potato soup.
Potato.
Do you have an orange?
I'm going to have to look for that because we only get those
Any
when they
fruit
come
if
in
you
on the
got it.
boat. Okay.
Any fruit, really. Some bread and some fruit, please.
You got it. And you two gentlemen,
Whatever's on special.
you got it. Master
yeah.
Reed? It's
that-
Master Reed, right?
Yes. Thank you. Yes. That
That's Sir
soup sounds
Lord
good.
Master Reed.
Okay, coming right
Yes.
up. She turns around and goes off and leaves you
I
to...
think she likes to read.
Oh, I gotta tell you what she told
Mustache.
me. Earlier, but no.
What did she tell you earlier?
All right, so I wait till we're alone at the table. Just us.
Eldred goes,
And,
ooh.
Oh,
And then
stop,
just
it's not
goes,
like
"I've-"
that.
I look at Eldred and I mimic the noise, not really knowing why I'm doing it.
And Eldred points at Butt Trumpet and goes, see?
Yeah,
And then
so
looks at you,
they're-
Butt
they're-
Trumpet, and goes,
Yeah,
Doing
yeah,
great.
Eldred, because butt trumpet is a great example of what to do socially.
that's what I thought.
We all are.
I think we should follow their lead wherever they go.
I'm almost certain they've been incarcerated an extended period of time
And that's different from our group. How?
because we haven't. Or
I've never
okay,
been.
I'm not judging if you have, but I haven't.
Oh. Well, I didn't
I've
necessarily...
worked few times,
Deals.
I was going more for the
They've
field
gone
and literal.
I was going to say, I've been on the lamb once or twice, but...
Lamb. Do you think they have lamb here? That would be awesome.
Have you ever? Is
Hey,
that
Have you been smoking?
Just had a few at the bar,
Lamb, bro.
I'm just happy. And he holds up his paper and then sticks it back in his robes. I'm just happy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The whole thing with the...
Super exciting.
That only happened hours ago, but it feels days ago.
So anyway,
What were you going to
guys.
tell us, Reed? Yeah,
Yes. So remember when so Nikita, we hadn't met you yet, or you, Butt Trumpet, but remember when we found that thing under the table over there where the attack happened? So
Yes, the paperwork.
yes.
What?
So apparently we found some secret stuff. So, but
Oh,
anyway,
that's right. Nikita was not around for this. So at some point
No.
we were having lunch here and a unknown group attacked a different group. We helped basically defend the people being attacked. And they had left some papers behind, and it was all very ominous and suspicious, and there was hints of cults, and it was all very interesting. And I'm
when
misremembering.
When
as guys is like
No,
patting
when-
himself down for the paperwork, he's like, "It's somewhere, I swear."
Eldred says,
Oh,
you know,
hey,
a
I've got-
Thursday.
I've got a
That's
one
What
of
do you got?
these because I forged one.
Right.
right.
So now we have
When they-
two.
So
Yes.
what Betty told me is that when we weren't here, some people came in and were looking around frantically around that table looking for something. So it sounds like somebody's looking for that.
Okay, we keep it very on the down low.
She didn't have any really good descriptions, I don't think, but just letting you know.
cloaked is a good
And
description,
also-
but yes, no.
Pretty much. And also, Nikita, what did you order? A bloody what?
A bloody baron. The
Oh,
Butterbeer introduced us to it the other day. I guess yesterday. Duh.
So
did I have
Lord,
that?
how do I argue this? It's a Bloody Mary or a Bloody Caesar in
Ugh.
this world. You're welcome.
My real life
So
hatred
where
of
are we
tomatoes is carrying
going
over to
now?
guys.
So that tomato juice with a little bit of clam juice, some spices, some of this dark sauce, very flavorful. Because it tastes
Okey-doke.
good.
All terrible
And it settles
flavors.
my stomach.
as long as it wasn't made with blood, I wasn't sure what you were ordering.
Oh no. That's no.
I can almost be certain that probably blood tastes better.
From behind you read, you hear Betty said, I hear they make it like that with blood in the south, very far south, and sets down your Bloody Baron in front of you, Nikita. Serves you your a nice tumbler of whiskey, Gaius. Puts down a nice big goblet of wine in front of Butt Trumpet. A dragon's toe ale and a strange looking fruit in front of Kellen. It's got like a greenish yellow skin with like some pink shading to it, and it's round like the size of basically the size of an orange actually. And Reed, she brings you a big goblet of wine and a big goblet of ale. Says, since I was going to be getting the wine, I wasn't sure which one you wanted, so I brought you both. One of them will be on me.
Thank you.
You
so
are
much.
very welcome. And I'll check on your food in a
Nice.
little bit. And she goes around to another
Yeah.
table and
I'm charming.
Way to
Reed,
go,
and I'm
Reed.
a-
It looks at
The
Eldridge.
facial hair kicking in.
What was that, Butt Trumpet?
I was about to say, Bud Trumpet looks at Eldred for approval while going, ooh.
Eldred says,
Ah.
looks at you, Reed, and goes,
So-
"Ooh."
I just hold up both wings.
I'll turn to
I
Reed
pull
and
my
go.
goblet of wine toward me and start drinking it like juice.
Oh boy.
Slowly, please go
Oh,
slowly.
boy.
It's going to hurt. Seriously, it's going to hurt tomorrow.
But it
Bacchus
doesn't
bless
hurt
this.
now.
Bacchus bless this poor child and
Ah.
save them from their suffering. I don't think that actually helps with a hangover, but it can't hurt. Oh. Anyway,
I was.
oh, by the way, Reed, it's definitely the mustache that she's after. By the way,
You know,
I
that
approve.
mustache that you've been growing for the last few hours.
Yeah, well, you don't know this, but Reed is very hirsute. Shaves constantly.
He would have to, duh.
He's like a Wookiee.
Reed is pretty much like, what are you guys talking about? Whoa, where'd this come from?
Okay. We were out too
Yes.
long today. You're turning into a werewolf. Oh, sorry,
Was there a
where
thing
Anyway.
too?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Maybe it was something Sparkle Bottom gave me. I don't know what.
Sparkle Bottom gave you a mustache? I mean, magic does
Sparkle
weird stuff
Bottom
all
and
the time.
Chubby face.
I guess Eldred says, I guess Reed being in that bar with all those co-eds kind of just kicked something off in him.
He's growing up.
Our boy is becoming a man.
I'm almost certain he's been a man for a while.
Yeah.
Eldred says, at least an hour.
Oh, it's just with the jokes.
Oh boy.
No. All right. Anyway.
Okay,
Let's not
so
make Papa angry.
Eldred
He
goes,
actually bites his tongue staying silent.
Bacchus, give me strength to smite them if I need to later, and not hold it back in restraint.
Eldred pushes your whiskey a little closer towards you.
It's gone. He already drank it. There's
Okay.
nothing in the glass. He's at this point. He's like rimming the glass with his finger. Yeah, there's nothing in there.
I offer you one of my beverages.
Gaius takes the wine,
Okay.
and then Bacchus, Levi, whatever Latin words I'm going to use for that particular, because this is like bad wine, right, Paul?
Right, it's not good, no.
Yeah, it's not good. So it's slightly better. It's more
Yeah.
palatable. Yep.
I didn't think there was any
Oh,
trains
Australian
nearby, but we're
fans.
off the rails.
So,
Are you kidding me?
uh,
We were off the rails when Kellen was threatening children.
hey man,
Bully children.
Legit-
threw a
Nothing
rock.
wrong with
Legitimately
teaching
threatening.
manners.
Legitimately threatening. All right, sorry, teenagers. They're not real people yet.
Ah. You need to learn.
Teenagers.
What?
They're not real people yet.
So listen, kids.
Sorry,
kids you be
guys.
nice to. Kids you got to be good to. Adults, people, teenagers. You can do without them. Am I wrong? Who likes teenagers? Teenagers don't even like
They scare the
teenagers.
living shit out of most people.
Yeah. Getting together
Yes,
in their
they do.
groups, smoking their clove cigarettes.
Drinking their venti coffees,
Yes.
wearing their black skinny
Graffiti.
jeans.
Graffitiing the sides of buildings.
Grumble, grumble,
Oh.
grumble, grumble, grumble.
Crumble, crumble, yeah.
I will.
Anyway,
See, you are
let's
learning
carry
about
on.
trumpet.
the forged document,
Yeah.
because it's just on a piece of regular parchment. Like, it doesn't look like anything too special unless I had one color ink. I didn't. So I just lay it out on the table. Okay. I don't know why. You think maybe we ask Sparklebottom or Horace about any of this? Well, not Horace. Horace, not Horace, but
Not Horace. He is expensive, and we also kind of promised not to go talk to Sparklebottom until we actually investigated the creepy house.
right. Well, maybe.
And
So
she-
maybe do we know where this Gilroy flashy person hangs out most of the time?
Here,
Glorious?
Is he useful?
Glorious Gilderoy, or Gilderoy Gloria. Yeah,
What is this Black Cathedral? Is it an actual cathedral? Maybe they have an idea?
Oh, that could be a thing. I don't know, but
it's
I
not in the
figured we
Temple
asked
District, right, Paul?
No.
Okay.
It's a
Artisans district.
Blackfriar, right?
Hmm.
Near the,
Right. It's right on the edge of Blackfriars.
in the west, the western district. Okay.
Even with all the things, you hear that sick horse going by outside.
They should really put those things down.
Oh, horsey.
Horses.
So we can keep our eyes open
Horses, of
tomorrow
course.
while we go get the cartographer. Da. See if anything.
That sounds like a great idea.
Da.
Okay.
All right.
Your food comes at just about then and sets out in front of all of you. Gaius, your special looks to be a shepherd's pie.
I'm sure there was some meat that was going bad in the back that they had to get rid of before it went too bad. That's why I order the specials. Just give me whatever's
Gotta
about
do
to
what
go
you gotta
bad
do.
because I'm sure it's cheaper. Hey, listen, usually it's fish.
Betty says, our meat doesn't
I'm
go
kidding,
bad.
Betty.
Okay.
Okay, listen, you haven't been around us a lot, but we're a bunch of sarcastic assholes, apparently. And we only, I mean, butt trumpet aside so far, I'm sure they're
Thank
going to
you.
be trained properly, but
Da.
we're not good people.
Hey.
We're heroes. What are you talking about?
She's like
Yeah,
looking
you
at all the
didn't realize.
contradictory statements like, "Ah."
Thank you for the food.
We're
though.
trying to
I
make you
appreciate
laugh.
it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Or it's not.
Ha ha.
Stop.
I'm
Now
going
who's
to
threatening people?
I looks at
I'm
Gaius
not
and goes,
threatening people at all.
Gaius, she looks at Gaius reluctantly and says, I will get you another
Refresh my
drink? Yes.
Excellent. Yes.
Me too, please.
Bye-bye.
Okay, all
No.
the way around?
Water.
Nikita wants
Okay.
water, apparently.
Nikita, water for you. Okay, and she turns around and goes.
Just swap your drink, Nikita.
Da. Da.
I'm almost certain Bun Trumpet's not in a state to recognize what they're consuming at this
The old
point.
switcheroo.
Not even just be like, here, drink this instead. It's real good. You want to get high on hydration?
What is
I'll
getting
be sort of-
high?
It's that feeling you have right now.
Oh.
Like when you're up on Nikita's shoulders.
That happens a little
Oh, I
bit.
like that.
Actually accurate? Yeah, I mean they are higher, but I don't think that's. Oh God.
Can you
Anywho.
take me higher?
Oh, let's
Yeah.
stop not referencing '90s bands. Like I already got to listen to Bare Naked Ladies on Spotify later just to scratch the itch, but I don't need to add them on there.
The Grognard and Friends playlist.
Oh, it is. At least this episode is all over the place.
We'll have the good
got some-
playlist and then the earworm playlist. Listen only to if you want
That's
to go
only
crazy.
that's the only thing we do. We have like legitimately montage music in the from the 80s to start off with.
Awesome.
Flock of Seagulls was definitely referenced.
It paints a picture.
So as I'm firstly, what is this fruit?
Well, when Betty comes back with the drinks and puts the wine in front of Butt Trumpet, the water in front of Nikita, and a double whiskey in front of Gaius, says, "Oh, that's Biggles fruit." It's she goes, "Oh,
That sounds
hold
good
on a
as
minute."
hell.
Turns around and gives you a little cutting board with a knife, and says, "It's a little tart, but it's also rather sweet. A lot of cocktails utilize it, but it's good by itself too." And she goes, "You know what? Here, hold on one more second." And she comes back with a tiny little bowl with a tiny little spoon with some sugar in it, and says, "If you cut it in half and then sprinkle some sugar on it, it's delightful."
Oh, okay. I will do that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Can I
Could
can
I
I
have
get
that
one of
bread,
those
please?
too?
Oh, certainly, Master Reed. Coming right up. Anybody
sugar.
else? Absolutely.
I'd like it.
Okay.
Me too.
My little
That
blue
sounds
friend?
interesting.
Okay. Looks at you guys and goes, "Guess not." Okay. And then she goes back.
All right. So when she takes off, I would like to, just sort of like pulling our collective brain cells here. As I'm looking over the forged copy and like scooping that out, and, wow, that's great.
Excellent.
As I'm looking through it, looking over it, not that I've been very many places, but is there any sort of pattern to it that I can make sense of? Anything in the city that I've seen that just now looking at, I might be able to go, okay, I got a direction I think we could go to figure out what's happening here.
Okay, the papers that Reed found under the table.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I've got a
scroll,
forged
I
copy
believe is
with
how
all
you
the
were
writing, so I'm just looking at the forgery.
Okay, looking at the forgery isn't going to tell you. There's no references you're able to get that necessarily reference Seven Rivers, but looking at the original, you remember. It looks like from the small print. It looks like for some reason this document was translated by multiple people. For some reason, multiple people, like different pages were translated by different people. And you can tell, not only does it say new translator at the top, it also states that you can also see that it's different handwriting. Often it's a different color ink.
Okay.
And also, it looks like the latter half of the document still needs to be translated.
Mm-hmm.
looking
There's a small
at
note at the
grammar-
very end.
So also, we need to potentially find someone to translate.
Linguistic. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, if we
I
only
was
had
going
met,
to
I
ask,
thought about.
looking at the language, the script, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
and the grammar structure of the translation.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the panoply of languages that I know, is there a relative relationship to it? Does it seem familiar in some way?
Give me
Spanish to Latin.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
It's not guys. It's
Intelligence. Let's check. Normal.
Okay.
Eh.
Okay, what you can tell is, as far as languages go, you're not so certain. But what you can tell is that from the grammar of the way things are, you can tell that this is the text obviously is from a very old document, because a lot of it just is not in the vernacular that's used nowadays.
Okay.
Butt Trumpet, do you
Okay.
recognize anything on the page? You've been around lots of mages, da?
That's a great question.
Mr. G, would I know that?
You can look at it.
Good question.
And while
Slide
she's
it over.
looking at it, I'm switching the drinks.
I'm almost certain. Has Butt Trumpet?
So, Nikita,
Ah,
give me a sleight of hand check to see if you're able to pull this
I think
off.
she's got a negative in that, right?
yeah.
Does she have advantage because I'm drunk?
Well, we're going to get to
Oh,
you in a
yeah.
second, Butt Trumpet.
Yeah, you're gonna have to probably perceive her sleight of hand.
Oh boy.
With just normal roll?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nailed it. As usual, stealth being my I literally
Reality.
just stare. I make eye contact practically and switch the two glasses.
Let's be honest. Nikita and Gaius are walking around with like pots and pans on half the time, so
Okay.
stealth is not our forte.
Butt Trumpet, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
2 nat 20s. Here they come.
Alright, just a moment. So, just a normal
perception.
perception?
Yes, please.
No, disadvantage.
At
Come on, give me
disadvantage.
something.
Okay, right, disadvantage.
Roll twice with the lowest number.
Ooh,
Oh, you got
close.
wow! It's the trash can roll off we got going here.
Ultimate stealth versus ultimate observation skills.
Yep.
Okay,
I feel like
so
at this point, reading Kellen would just be looking at this going on, being like, rookies.
Yeah, out of anyone here, yes.
so Nikita, you get a hold of the wine, and the water is in front of Butt Trumpet now.
Yay.
I must have just looked in the complete opposite direction at the time. Just
We were
swung
back then,
myself
you-
into the side of the table.
Go ahead.
No, I said I probably just swung myself into the side of the table while you were doing it.
You were also being peppered with questions, so your mind was preoccupied.
Yeah, not even noticing. I start to drink the water and I probably don't even notice the difference.
Nope.
Give me
That's not
another
a good
perception
sign.
check.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Let the good times roll.
Normal or disadvantage?
Normal.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This wine seems watered down like more than it. It doesn't even taste like wine. It's so watered down.
Hey. Drunkenly. Wait a minute.
What seems to be the problem, Butt Trumpet?
Quick, flip the table and run.
Yeah.
This tastes funny.
I'm
Maybe
sure
Gaius needs to bless it.
Ah, a
Nah,
special
that's not my deity.
Well,
Oh, yeah, you
I've
know
used
what?
the same trinkets before.
But yeah, Butt Trumpet. Here, give me that glass. And then he turns his back
I
to them.
pass it
and-
over.
He's like, okay, this needs to be done in secret because this is a godly blessing. And he turns around, and you just hear him muttering, and he just like splashes a little bit of wine on top of the water and turns back around. And Nance is like, there you go. Now, remember, this is a godly taste, so it'll seem less potent. You gotta make sure you drink all of it, though. Yeah. Yeah.
That works. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I start gulping the rest of it like I was before.
We're going to feel real bad when this character dies of alcohol poisoning in the middle of the night.
Would you like to try some of the soup? It's really quite nice.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Thank you.
Certainly. And how does the soup taste? I haven't even asked that yet.
It's
Potatoes.
it's kind of a cream of potato, but there's bacon in there. There's some greens in there. There's a few other root vegetables as well. But it's very, very creamy with a little bit of that umami flavor getting in there from the bacon and some other things. It's really nice.
I like push myself on the table to be able to lean in toward Reed. Reed, there's bacon.
I know. I can taste it. It's good stuff. So
Would I be
when
using
you
a spoon or would I be drinking from the bowl?
I let you use my spoon.
Oh, okay.
We can get the second one if you like, if you want to keep eating.
I'm too busy covered over, like shoveling spoonfuls of it into my mouth.
All right, cool. I'll get the second spoon.
Betty says okay. Okay, so the paper, Kellen.
Yes.
Yeah, back to the plot.
So yeah, I
I'm
looked at
really
it.
doing a thing.
Yeah, we may have to take a look at this with someone who really. Wait a minute. Maybe.
Well,
but Trumpet,
Eldred's got an
have a look
introduction
at it
into the
tomorrow.
university. Right? Eldred has an introduction into the university. He could potentially find some people while he's there who are good at linguistics, translating.
Maybe. Hey, thought.
Unless you got someone.
If they. Well, maybe we had better keep quiet about this for now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah? You know.
Oh, yeah,
if
but no, do it on the DL.
Mm.
Right?
He goes
Down
in.
low.
People
That's
were
what the
looking
kids
for
say
it,
these
yeah.
Hey, do your priest. Oh. Sorry.
Nope, they're all MIA. But I mean, the problem is I got to deal with apparently this weird hierarchy of guardians or something. So, no, my people are not the ones you want to approach for at least weird scroll stuff. Actually, hidden or
Is
missing
there a
relics
department
and
of weird
artifacts.
skull stuff?
I assume in the university somewhere, but I'm sure they put a fancier word on it so they could charge more money. Eldred?
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah. I imagine wizards are just rich dicks in this world.
That's quite a visual you cut there.
That's not at all what either Chris or Gaius was going for. More about a wealthy oligarchy, but I did it with terser terms. Sorry, I'll use big words from now on.
So, Butt Trumpet, did you cook for the wizards? Did you have to wash their robes? That would have been terrible.
Well,
Or oh, by the way, you got that new coat? Be careful. This is where they stole guys' pants. Just so you know.
They borrowed my pants. They borrowed.
They brought them back. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did?
Well, I don't think we got
They
any
did.
pants in the market, so I think I'm safe if I don't have pants.
Well,
Good thinking.
I also recommend owning more than one pair of pants. Just a thing people do. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. You should.
It was
own
that
more
guy
than
who took
one
my
pair of
hat too as a
pants.
joke.
No, he wanted to
He gave it back.
rip
That
the
was
thing out
glorious.
of your head.
I think
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah.
if we found anybody that knew languages, we'd have to know if we could really trust them before bringing them up. If this cult people are looking for this paper. Because we
Also,
don't want them
ask
squealing.
We could just ask about this Angiers person that we
Who's
know is
that?
in relation to the scroll. It's the individual that is at least somehow tangentially related to the scroll.
Oh, well, maybe we check in with the Godfather about it. But speaking of which, we gotta bring down one of those mist creatures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we almost maybe hope the fog is still up.
Well, if it is, I'm
so
almost
stinky.
certain it will be. We just need to basically surround it and then not let it get away, and
Yeah.
then kind of
I can try
focus
to grapple
fire
it.
on it.
Yeah.
I could try to grab. Yeah, I mean, one of us could,
Mm.
and then I magic it to death.
Well, no, I'm saying I used to be green. But because of one of my little accidents, I ended up blue.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. And Gaius remembers that most goblins and goblettes are green in color.
Green or gray is what you've seen.
Yeah. So if light bulbs exist in this world, that is what appears over Gaius' head at this point. If
They
not,
don't, so what appears
a
over your head is a
torch.
turnip.
Candle.
A torch, man. I mean, come on. We're trying to go one for one. Fucking turnip.
The big old
At
fruit.
least make it appropriate. You could just make it a thing of grapes or something.
It is very appropriate. What was the original
It's not
jack-o'-lantern made
appropriate.
out of? Was a turnip.
I don't know that. You just could be making that shit up.
How can you not know that when you
bullshit.
brought up the light bulb?
Because
Your
I
knowledge
watch
of turnips and light bulbs,
cartoons,
come on.
Paul. I've watched
Great
Tom
new
and
band
Jerry
out of
when I was
Scotland.
younger. I call bullshit. No, there's no turnip over my head.
Okay.
At the very
A
least, it's a
parsnip.
torch.
A parsnip.
Parsnip.
It's practically the same thing. Let's not compare vegetables to vegetables.
Rutabaga.
Why are we arguing about this?
Because it's funny.
It could
Anyhow.
be, hey, we could make borscht.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Anywho, so Gaius has a light bulb moment. Yeah, he's got divine intervention hitting him, and he's like, they're usually green or gray. There we go.
What's
Oh,
the
so you
scene
accidentally
are
turned
able
yourself
to make?
blue.
Yes, that was a bit of an accident.
I think you look lovely.
I mean-
Little bit of mistake.
Blue's a good color. Blue's a
Thank
good
you.
color. Yeah.
I like it. Alistair said it made me special.
I mean,
This is
you
true.
definitely, you're unique.
I hope he's okay.
Oh, I'm
We hope
sure
so, too.
he's fine. Just fine. Anyway, it's nighttime now,
Will
right?
our path tomorrow go past his place or no?
Well,
I don't think so, right, Paul?
The
'Cause
map makers,
most of
we
the
did
stuff-
pass this place on the way.
If you're headed to the artisan district, you could very easily go towards the university and be right by it.
Yeah, because
And
that was
that's
20
still
minutes
close
away
to
from
the
where we're at.
cartographer?
It's on the way. It's on the way. It's not close to it, but it's on the way.
We will have side
Okay.
quests tomorrow.
Ooh,
Why do I get yelled at
have
for
you
making
been a
anyway?
real quest?
Yes, I have many. Some of them dangerous, most of them dumb. Some of them dumb and dangerous.
Dumb and dangerous. I like that.
Yep, that's pretty much. We still gotta figure out a party name, maybe something along those lines.
No, I think we just did.
The dumb and dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think we should use
D&D.
that when we introduce ourselves. Yeah, we're the D&D group. What's the
That's
stand
not
for?
on the nose at all.
Dungeons and Dragons, maybe.
Wasn't
Fucking
even
Dumb
on
and
purpose.
Dangers. Anywho, so is there any more
How are
we
you
wanted to
feeling,
discuss?
Butcher?
All right.
Betty says another round.
Yeah, I'll do one more.
What time is it?
It's getting up there. It's probably like about 10 o'clock at night. By
I'd
this-
love
I'm gonna-
another round.
Water.
Coming right up.
Give her water. No.
Okay, I'll
Actually,
order the
you know what?
water and a Bloody Baron.
Okay.
At which point,
I'm getting ready to
guys
go to-
realizes
go
he's
to
rooming
bed.
with Reed, and he's like, I don't have to worry about this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
Another ale for you, Master Reed?
Sure.
Okay. And she takes off and
You should
I'll,
try chatting her up. See what you can learn about her.
Make sure she doesn't try and steal your pants. Unless that's what you want.
Why would she? Oh, why would she do that though? Yeah. Maybe.
At which point, guys can't keep a straight face and picks up his drink and just walks away from the table.
Where's Papa going?
He's like, I gotta go to sleep now. Got a long day ahead of us
Taking a
tomorrow.
walk.
I'll turn the Eldred and just like, same time tomorrow? We still.
you got it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the dragon's toenail and the last of the fruit. So dab my face a little bit.
Okay, the rest of you, your fruit had come, and it was just as Kellen described and was described to you. So, since we got sidetracked there,
Reed eats all the
It's
fruit.
fruit like the fruit you just ate. It was good. You enjoyed it. You did
Wow.
the same thing he did.
It's like I'm there.
Yep. Guys went up to bed. I'm going.
Epic.
I'll follow you on Wattpad.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm following Butt Trumpet then. Unless
Wait, did we get out of the round?
Yes. I said that Gaius would have left when he got the last round.
Okay.
Then there was the super awkward joke with Reed and Beth, and then he's like, "And I'm out. Peace." Bacchus bless y'all.
who's Beth?
Whatever her name was, the waitress.
Oh, okay.
Betty.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
drunk guys'
There was-
interpretation of her name.
Gotcha.
I got
okay.
3 letters right out of her name.
That works. Okay.
Counts as a win.
So Nikita, Butt Trumpet, and Reed and Eldred are still at the table, correct?
Oh, I
Okay.
thought Butt Trumpet. Were you following?
Oh no, that was a joke. That was a joke when he mentioned fan fiction and stuff. That had nothing to do with this.
It's a different. That was meta. Butt trumpet and guys made a meta joke.
Whoops. So yes, we are still at the table.
Okay.
Capricha.
Eldred says, "Butt trumpet, did your master Alistair, did he teach?"
I believe he might have. He let me help him with something sometimes. I wouldn't necessarily call him formally teaching me, but I did get to see a little bit of the things he did.
Ah. Well, if you ever want
General spells.
general spells, I'd love to hear about it sometime.
Well, I would see him practicing spells, and I'd help him, and well, just a little bit, that is. So.
Well, I'm sure he's okay.
I hope so. Ooh,
Unlike
another
those
sick
poor
horse.
horses.
Okay, so anything else for this evening between the four of you? Nikita,
Well, I think
Eldred,
Butt Trumpet's gonna keep going until they're stopped.
Okay.
Eldred, can you
All right,
turn?
how about
Can you
we head
turn
up to
one
bed,
food
Butt Trumpet?
What was that, Reed?
Sorry.
into bacon? Eldred, do you have magic to turn a one food into bacon?
I'm not that high enough level yet. That's some pretty powerful magic.
It's really advanced.
Okay.
That's fancy.
I was just thinking if we're gonna be traveling, we could find like fruit and stuff, and then if you had a spell, you could make a bacon. Butt Trumpet and we'd have rations.
Well, I will work on that. I will see
Maybe
if
Gaius
I.
does that magic.
You know what? That does sound like a wine wizard spell. You should ask him.
You ass.
If he's still awake, I'll ask him when
Sorry.
I get to the room.
Guys,
You know, that would be
muttering on his
perfect
butt,
right
like,
before
Eldridge is an
bed.
ass.
Right before bed, that would be the perfect thing to ask Gaius.
Be sure to call him Papa.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I don't want Reed to call me Papa before we go to bed. It's not cool.
From his onesie.
That's
jeez.
guys rolling around in bed having like fucking nightmares, like night terrors. Like no, you don't get to call me Papa Reed. No, this is weird, man. Please.
All right, Butt Trumpet, how about we head to
God.
bed?
I'm also looking at the chat, and they need to stop with that chat. No, Papa Gaius. He won't read you a story. Go away. Though guys might be in the room for a servant, but I don't know if that's what you're implying in the way he would probably assume a servant.
Okay.
Chat, making it weird.
Butt Trumpet leans into Nikita and like wraps their arms around her in as much of a hug as they can approximate in this state. Their little legs kind of dangling a bit.
Oh,
All right, let's go.
Okay.
I gotta
Read
get
In
the
the
my
morning,
arm
Butt
on
Trumpet, bacon.
Just kind of rucksack me out of there.
Yup.
yeah.
No worries.
I'm joking, chat. You keep it weird, chat. Never stop being weird. You make it weird and as creepy as you want it, as long as you keep interacting with me. Guys,
Are
is
there
here for you.
buckets?
What was that,
Are
Nikita?
there buckets? Are there buckets in the rooms?
No. That's got to be a chamber pot,
I'm going
right?
to have to
'Cause
ask
that's a
Butter
thing.
Yeah.
here for a bucket.
There would be okay. and Betty gets you one.
All right. So I set it up with butt trumpet on the edge of the bed, facing off the side, with the bucket beside her.
Okay.
And I'm sitting up, trying to minimize my snoring.
Okay.
But I have one hand. I have like her clothes wrapped around one of my arms, so she can't fall off.
Okay.
And that way, any slight movement, and I'll just make sure they don't fall off and look after them if there's any vomiting.
Okay.
Before I drift off to sleep, I whisper, Nikita,
Yes.
thank you for being so nice.
You're welcome.
Also, now,
So, butt trumpet.
Yeah.
Butt trumpet. Could you give me a constitution check, please?
Oh boy.
Butt trumpet's gonna hurt.
Dear.
Yeah,
You can do it. You can make
let's
it.
hope they
You can
just
make it.
hurl.
Make it. Make it.
Let's see. Normal or with disadvantage?
No, this is just normal.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
boy.
no.
That is even worse than I thought.
So Nikita,
Da.
you hear this strange sound, not the one you just heard,
Okay.
like this low rumbling, and then it appears to be raining in the dark in the dark hotel room.
I tried to point her towards the bucket, and
Okay.
I'm glad I left my helmet on since I was sleeping upright.
Okay, to totally metagame and be out of all context so that you can understand, it's basically reenacting the Mr. Creosote scene from Monty Python and the Meaning of Life.
Whoa.
Oh, at least it's
He was
not
the guy at
pea
the
soup
table,
from
right?
The Exorcism.
Okay.
What?
I hated that part.
So it is pretty it's all purple, but it's still pretty nasty.
Da.
Guy shoots
I
up from
just
sleep.
start
Somebody's
using the
wasting
bed
wine.
sheets to wipe off whatever I can.
Okay.
I was expecting this.
Well,
Somebody's
it,
wasting
I think
wine
it's
right
the
now.
perfect time for. I think it's the perfect time for that trumpet to be kind of dangling over the edge, like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
I was really hoping like some magical
It's like
power
all-
lifted her from the bed and started like circling and just vomit was coming out and butt trumpets just like a sprinkler system.
There's a little bit like that.
Let's get some wild
So
magic
I'm
going
giving
on
him
up
a
in there with
picture.
that violent.
I'm trying to hold her
I
little
gotta
sprout,
stop.
hair sprout back, and I'm saying
Okay.
it's okay. This is what I warned you about. This happens to everybody.
Oh, I'm a bad goblin. I suck.
No, you're not. You're really bad for now.
Oh, I'm the worst. I'm definitely crying.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it's fine. Don't worry.
You guys are so nice.
We try.
This could go on for a while.
Yeah.
It
Let's check in on someone else.
okay. You know what, Butt Trumpet, give me one more Constitution save, please.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Oh
well.
no! Oh, let it be another nat one, please. No, it's
Okay.
disappointing.
Okay, so you did not get a point of exhaustion from the rough night.
All right.
Oh, I have that.
But I did, right?
You're not feeling the best, but it's not to the point where you have a point of exhaustion. It's been a rough night. So the next morning, the rest of you slept fine. Kellen, you have a knock on the door, and there's Eldred with two mugs and ready to get started with you, and he's still working on the hand motions and everything at this point.
Quick question.
Yes.
Do I hear the knocking since I'm awake?
Give me a perception check. That's a very good thought. Oh. I'm going to say no because I set that at 10.
Yeah.
I kind of know where you were going with it, but I don't want to, fair is fair.
No, I gotcha.
We'll say that you fell asleep from exhaustion, even though it's. Okay, Gaius and Reed. Reed, are you sleeping in like usual? A little bit?
No, I'm thinking about that bacon. I didn't really get a lot of bacon last night. So.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Gaius wakes up bright and early. I have a quick question for you, Paul.
Sure.
Would you consider a room an open container?
Oh, boy. Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Okay. Then Gaius goes downstairs and requests a barrel.
Oh, okay. Butterbeer says...
Like a 10-gallon barrel. So it's not like... A normal barrel is like 30 gallons, I think, or something like that. Not bigger than a bucket, basically.
He said...
An empty one, though.
Okay, he says, I've got the ones from the bar itself that I pull from that...
No. It's... Or, you know what? Do you have 2, 5-gallon buckets, then? That's all I
But
need.
that I probably have, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have a feeling my Bacchus senses are tingling, and some friends of mine might need some help this morning.
Okay.
Overindulging.
Do you need anything else besides the bucket?
Towels.
Oh, some rags would probably help.
Oh,
Some rags for cleaning. I think I'm one of make sure it
gives you some soap.
I'm trying to do you a favor, my friend.
I appreciate it. He goes, you want some water?
Oh no, I got that covered.
Okay.
That's metagaming wise. That's why I was asking you if a room was technically an open container, Paul.
Okay. I was like,
yeah, weird question. I know, but you'll understand in a second.
okay. I don't know what you're planning, but just be aware that old style inns are definitely not, rooms are not watertight.
Oh, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's believe me, that was not what I was planning.
Okay, I had no idea, so I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, I know you don't. That's why I asked for 2 5-gallon buckets.
Okay, color me
At
intrigued.
which point, guy scoops it up, goes walking back upstairs, all chipper and not hungover like everybody else, knocks on Nikita and Buck Trumpet's door and be like, and just casually sits there waiting.
You please come in with help.
Butt trumpet?
Don't
At
want
which
to
point-
move.
Oh, hold on. Butt trumpet?
Yes?
One more constitution check, please.
Oh,
Welcome
Lovely.
to the party, pal.
Do one more.
Good one.
okay.
Oh,
all
good. Okay.
BT's doing
The
good.
purging is complete.
You,
Yeah, there is no more liquids. left
yeah,
in that
you do
poor
have
goblet.
a headache, although it's not as bad as it could be. You kind of feel like the music you heard at the Ratskeller is kind of like that same concert is happening inside your head at the moment. and you're not feeling real great, but you also feel like you probably could feel a lot worse.
Okay.
So at this point, Gaius comes barging in. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Slams down the empty buckets, and he's like, well, it sounds like someone's had a good time last night, and then snaps his finger over the bucket and creates water. And both buckets fill up with 5 gallons of clean water. This is for whoever decides to take the onus of cleaning this mess up upon themselves. Not me. I warned against this. This is what we call suffering the consequences. But the good news is, little butt trumpet, once you're done, oh, it's on the ceiling.
Yeah, it's everywhere. She redecorated. I have no patience.
I didn't think she could get it then.
It's fascinating. Her projection
get it that high. Yeah, no, their projection skill is amazing. But the good news is, Guys has got a little help for you, Butt Trumpet. At which point he just waves his hand over Butt Trumpet's head and casts Lesser Restoration and removes 1 condition, which will be alcohol poisoning, apparently. Now,
Butt Trumpet, you feel immensely better.
Everyone gets 1 for free, Butt Trumpet.
You don't feel perky and wonderful, but you feel worlds better.
Yeah, you're still dehydrated. But the spike in your head has been removed. Paul, the reason why I was asking, because the spell I have is create and destroy water. So I wanted to know if I could just walk in there and just destroy the vomit, like the water content, like in the room real quick. That's why I was asking. I'm like, is that a container? No? Okay. Then guess what? It's just good old muscle that's going to clean up this room.
Next time, let me know that, because I probably would have...
Listen, it is... Well, I can always retcon it, but I literally had that inspiration in the moment. There was no way to hint at it while we were streaming. So.
No problem.
But I have that, so now you know I can at least make 30 feet square of vomit disappear if you need that on you.
You hear that, Butt Trumpet?
Cleric of Bacchus. That's what I'm here for. To just remove your overindulgences.
Well, you guys could probably have
now
that we know the end result, we could use this as an extra weapon sometime. Just get Butt Trumpet drunk enough again and just sort of aim.
Unless your throw up burns people. Nope. Okay,
depends on what they've been eating.
Hot peppers? I don't think that would work. Just using Butt Trumpet as a can of mace? The most awful can of mace ever?
A very blue
All right,
can.
Gaius is out of here. By the way, enjoy all that nonsense cleanup. Warned you to stop them from drinking too much. That's what I'm here for.
I did.
Butt Trumpet starts to stagger out of bed, kind of used to
No, don't
that
walk.
kind of thing.
Don't move. How are we going to do this?
I should do it. It's my own fault. It's my mess.
I'll help you
Which
with
point?
it, but I mean, where do you think we start? The ceiling, just so it doesn't drip on us, or clothing? Or...
We are both incredibly vertically challenged, so that's going to take probably the most work.
Yeah.
At which point you hear Gaius, yes, I'll have a drink. Beer and wine.
Can
Looking
I?
at the door.
Can I try to call down to him for a really long mop or broom to try to reach the?
Yes. And
yes.
The cleaning
What?
montage?
Yeah, now you have a cleaning
Do they
montage.
have mops or brooms?
Which occasionally cuts to, like, I imagine Reed and Gaius eating food and drinking, and then Kellen
Yes.
working with Eldred, like, out back, like, casting magic and stuff. That's
This is the
new
montage
Paul. We
episode.
got a 3. Just
Yeah,
montages.
a combination of Todd Rundgren and the Go-Go's mixed together, right?
Yes.
A
Hold
mashup.
on, let me cue that up on
A
my
mashup.
Spotify
There
in the
you go.
background for me.
So,
If you are
okay.
able to bring up a broom or mop, that would be wonderful.
I did as much as I was going to do.
Butterbeer says, hold up. So,
They need it.
She-
They need something to reach the ceiling.
the little one.
The little ones. I
okay.
mean, they could probably stack on top of one another.
Even then, I don't think they're going to get up halfway the wall.
I mean, at that point, they're still like waist high from me or something, or like maybe like chest high.
Butterbeer goes into the kitchen, comes back out, and you see a little old woman who's probably about your height, Gaius, with another bucket and a mop,
Nice.
and starts going upstairs.
Butterbeer's mom.
Tip her. Tip her.
Not a problem.
The woman turns around and goes, "Don't tip me, I'm old. I'll break my hip."
Push her down the
If she
flight.
can
Tip her
reach-
down the flight of stairs now.
If she can reach the ceiling, I'm tipping her anyway.
Anyway, so Nikita and Butt Trump, a older woman comes in and starts kind of directing all of you, and has a sack and starts taking all the bedding and putting it in the sack, and says, "Which one of you wants to hold? I'll hold you up, and which one of you wants to hold the mop?"
I'll
then-
do it.
Okay.
You
So-
sure?
I'm used to cleaning. I really should. I don't mind.
Okay, but
Okay, so the
let me
woman
know if you want to swap.
climbs onto the bed and then climbs onto a dresser next to it. Says, "Little one, get onto the bed, and I'll and let me pick you up, okay? And then you hand us the mop. I mean." And it takes a while, and you hear her going, "Damn horses, they're messier than this." And she goes, "Okay, hand me that over there, and we're gonna go, and then we're gonna do this." And there, you have your own montage with the music of
Cleaning montage.
all, you know. I wear my sunglasses at night sort of montage. And meanwhile, down at the bar, Gaius and Reed are munching away on
Just having a
bacon
good time, like,
and drinking, and
yeah, it's like, this is how we do it in the morning, right, Reed? Get a little tuned up
Absolutely.
before we go out adventuring. Oh God, where is
I
everybody
ordered
else
enough
at?
bacon for butt trumpet.
I'm
enough
sure
bacon for
they'll be
butt trumpet,
around
but-
later to appreciate it. Listen, I saw the room. They're going to be a bit, but good news about bacon. It holds. It lasts.
hey, well, you guys have proved that, haven't you?
Well, Reed is doing a scientific experiment and see how long it takes to poison a person through, like, baking,
Grease.
cooked bacon and days after the fact. And then cut to Calhoun and Eldred.
Yeah, it's like
Doing
a
Doctor
scene
Strange
from
moments.
the Karate Kid with the two of them, because they're still working on the hand movements and motions.
Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Okay, so I think Reed and Gaius are getting fairly tuned up, and the rest of you are
Standard morning.
are getting
Yes.
are finishing up
Pleasantly
your what you're doing.
Yep.
The little old woman is taking the bundles of stuff and says, "You just leave the buckets. I'll come back for them later, sweetie. It's okay." And she turns to you, Butt Trumpet, and says, You know what, sweetie? Don't be so hard on yourself. I've heard you talking, and let me tell you, in these rooms, far worse has happened. You wouldn't believe the stuff that's been on that ceiling. You don't even want to know. So you just don't even worry about the crud that I've had to scrape off that ceiling that just kind of caked on there was nastier. Oh.
I'm getting
on the
queasy again.
Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I see your point. Anyway, you just go easy on yourself, sweetie. It's not so bad. And she picks everything up and says, "And don't worry about it. I'll be back later and get everything else." And she leaves.
Is there a way we can sneak down for baths or something, or how would we
She goes, "Oh,
wash clothing?
yeah, you come on down and do that, and I'll fix you right up. We'll get you taken care of." This is one of the women who has helped or set up the baths in the past. So,
Guys is sitting there. He's
All
like,
right, Butt Trumpet.
I smell
Let's head on
spoiled
downstairs.
wine. I
So-
smell wine gone bad.
Are you okay to walk, or do you need a hand?
I want to say I'm still like on the bed at this point from helping the cleaning lady, and I try to like lethargically stumble off of the bed, and I sort of trip a little bit over myself.
Gotcha. That's
me-
a yes. Okay.
give me a dexterity check there, Butt Trumpet.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Oh. No.
Oh, it feels appropriate. Oh, yeah. Bring the
is there
buckets
any
of
way
water
I can
back.
counteract that? Anything I can try to do?
Give me a dexterity
No.
check there, Nikita, to see if you catch her. Catch them.
It can only be better.
Nah, but I
Not
think I
really.
need to do very well to catch you. Dexterity, normal.
Hey, there you go.
Hooray!
While it's kind of like Butt Trumpet kind of partially, not so much in your arms as on your head and your arms, kind of. You prevented them from actually taking any damage or injury.
The full face plant.
Right. And the two of you now intimately know each other far better. So, but everyone's safe.
What are we?
Friends.
Are you asking me? I don't know.
I'm just kidding. Let's go
Friends.
downstairs.
So I just kind of sack of potatoes, carry her downstairs with me,
Okay.
and I'm assuming we
which-
are encrusted.
Yeah.
At which point, guys is like, I smell ruined wine, and then turns around. And he's like, friends, good news. Reed has bought a stupid amount of bacon again, which I hear grease solves a lot of your problems, or at least will mask the scent. And have you
That's
heard
right.
of
It's good for lots
hair
of
of
things.
the dog? Because we have hair of the
But-
dog here.
I think
It's more booze.
Father Gaius wants us to hug him before we sit down for breakfast. Let's go give him a big hug for helping us with the buckets of water.
Reed, how'd
I
you
walk
do?
on over with my arms wide open. Papa!
Oh God, this is just weird, but guys, it's just like, sure, butt trumpet, come here. Yes, yes. This is a positive experience. As he's sitting there calculating the silver it's going to cost, he's like, oh yeah, no, this is good. Nikita, you want a hug too, right? Yeah, you come over here and let me just. And he just does like an overly strong hug on her, just briefly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I try to reach any area that's not covered already. I'm like patting him down, trying to make sure every section.
This is why I tell people to have extra sets of clothing.
We're hate
At which
hugging.
point, yeah, we're hate hugging. At which point, after guys, let's go, Nikita, he's like, I'll be right back, and he goes upstairs to change his clothes.
And the older woman comes out and says, "Little darling and little miss, I've got your baths ready. So if you just come on back."
Spasiba, thank you. And I hold my hand out for a little, where's the fucking camera? For a high five from Butt Trumpet.
The one in high five.
Butt Trumpet gives you a high 4.
Yeah. I apologize. I didn't notice the missing digit.
High fingers.
It's not missing. You just have an extra one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're the
That's
weird
true.
one.
That way.
I feel so
Let's go get clean.
I feel seen.
which
Let's
g-
get clean.
At which point, guys comes down with a sack. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to unfunk this."
Why?
Reed is guarding the food at the table, by the way.
Why? Because I'm trying to treat our newest member of the party with both care and respect. And that required me to hug them as they're covered in vomit. Because I'm a good person, unlike the individual that gave them the bright idea. Who is both small and spiteful, apparently.
Evil, evil, evil.
Yeah. And guy sits down to just sip some wine, and he's just like,
Oh God, Paul's rolling.
he doesn't need to, though.
Okay, so the woman says, it's all wine, so Uptown Funk, you got it. And then says, so Butterbeer comes over and says, the Butt Trumpet and Nikita have gone into the kitchen. Eldred and Kellen are down. So looks to you, Kellen and Eldred, and says, breakfast? And Eldred says, of course. And that same horse seems to be going by again. Yeah.
Slaughter those for meat or something.
So
And
breakfast?
like some, yeah, it's gonna have some like eggs and potato hash. Is that like?
Absolutely. Eldred goes, that sounds great. And of course, my porter.
You killed your porter and are serving them to people? Monster.
I believe that happens a little farther north, I think. I'm not so sure, he says.
Or
All
south.
the blood
with
was in the
blood
south.
race.
Oh, far
They
south
have-
too. Yeah, that probably happens there too.
Some weird people around here.
Kellen, what would you like to drink with your
That's
breakfast?
frowned upon in most societies.
Is there like a spice like? Is there something fruity? Like a
I can fix that.
Like fruit?
like a right, like
Big,
you know
big
what
old
sorrel
juice.
is?
Big old juice.
You know what sorrel is? Like a hibiscus, like a
Something made with
something fruity.
fruity and we have stuff made with flowers and fruit. I can.
Yeah. Whatever that is, I'd like some of that.
You got it.
Elderberry.
Give me some of that good stuff. That good.
You got it. And he goes about and starts mixing things up. And while he turns around, he looks at you, Gaius, and Reed, and says, 2 more of what you've been having?
Yeah, I'm barely even. I haven't gotten the shake out of my hand yet. No, joking.
Are you, though?
Yeah, no, in his case, yeah, no, he doesn't have a shake in his hand.
Okay.
He's not there yet.
Okay. And
He hasn't reached that level of character development.
so you're getting more drinks. Nikita and Butt Trumpet are in Nikita's in a regular sized tub. Butt Trumpet's in more of kind of a soup pot.
One of those, I was going to say, one of those 5-gallon buckets we had upstairs.
Bigger than that. Like, cafeteria sized spaghetti pot.
Could be worse. I could have been bathed in the sink like a baby.
This is true.
And it would have been glorious.
These are images we don't need.
So,
So I think we're done, or
yeah.
we
Well,
need to get close?
in a second. So the food and drink comes out for the guys. Kellen, yours has it looks and smells like it's probably fruity. There seems to be a little cinnamon in there as well. And there seems to be a frond of some sort stuck in there, as well as a wedge of Biggles fruit. So.
Yeah. Biggles fruit. Give me that. Give me that Biggles fruit.
And about that time, when you start enjoying those, Nikita and Butt Trumpet come out, wearing robes at this point because their clothes are being washed.
And we both only have
Pushing
one
along the
set.
floor.
What? What was that? Butt Trumpet?
Which one?
You.
Oh, me? My
The
little
blue
feet
one.
squishing as I walk across the floor.
Okay.
Did we really not buy them a second set of clothes?
I
We
don't
had
have
one
one either.
montage.
You can do both. You could buy 2 pairs of the same thing. We're neither we're not homeless people. We got well, some of us might be on that. You know what? Yeah, everyone just have one set of clothes like a weirdo. I can't wait till we go in the sewer again. Can't wait. Can't wait.
I don't know why you're.
'Cause you know who's not gonna buy you a
had
second pair of
perfectly
clothes?
fine morning.
Me.
Right?
I'm not buying you. I'm not buying anyone a second pair of clothes. I don't care anymore. I don't care how bad you stink. This is a learning experience.
For you or for us?
Yes.
Eldred looks at Butt Trumpet and says, Papa seems about right about now.
Oh, you got to stop with that weird stuff. You're making it weird. At which point, Bacchus, chat could make it weird, but the party can't. That's the rules.
I'm sorry, did we take a vote on this?
So Butt Trumpet and Nikita come out. How much bacon is left, Reed? It was a big old plate.
Yeah, there's quite
Please, I hope
a
you
bit
didn't.
left.
Okay.
Yeah, Reed is slowing down a little bit on the bacon.
Okay.
He's got somebody to share it with.
To the point where he's getting a little nauseous eating too much bacon.
What's the point of bacon if you have no one to share it with?
Yes, precisely.
Sustenance?
In fact, when Butt Trumpet
You
comes
don't
out,
die?
I slide the plate over to an empty chair at the table, and I say, "I saved you a whole lot."
Oh, thank goodness.
Hope you're hungry.
I take a couple pieces and I suck on them at first.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the strength to actually eat them.
And now don't eat or drink too quickly. You don't want to re-upset your tummy. So
I
go
do
slowly.
not want to do anything fast.
Excellent.
Also, here's some hair of the dog, as I like to call it. It's more liquor.
Remind me, what was it again?
Hair of the dog? It's just a turn of phrase. I actually don't know why that exists. In fake fantasy world or real world. I don't know why that's a
We
saying.
ask the real questions here.
Yes. Yeah, but anywho, I mean, I've cured you of most of the hangover, so here's some... And also, let's be honest, this town, I wouldn't trust they're just plain old water. At all. I've been in their sewers.
That
And
could
you see-
explain the
Clearly, whatever the
horses.
horses are drinking is bad. Well, there we go.
That's what happens when you drink water. You make that noise.
There you go. Okay, so water, bacon, dog hair, all of that has been consumed. What would the group like to do now?
First stop the tower to check on Master Alistair and then the cartographer.
Okay.
Am I getting the geography right?
Yep.
On the
Yeah, that
way
sounds-
to Ham.
On the way to Ham. And hopefully killing one of those shadow fuckers.
Don't.
Tall order. But we got to start somewhere.
Da.
You were talking about a band out of Scotland. That's one.
There you go. And the new band, the Shadow Fuckers.
Oh, right.
Kind of metal polka sort of thing. Metal thrash polka.
Sounds like something weird Al would come up with.
So, okay. So you, once again, you head up north on the main street. And it's really obvious when you switch sections of this neighborhood, of the two neighborhoods, because the buildings totally change. It's early in the morning. It's bustling. You see people, young people carrying books and such, headed off. Most of them in robes, headed off towards the university. You see older people like getting their shopping together. You see some people with their children taking them places. You see carts headed towards coming directly towards you, going the opposite way, like probably headed towards the market. So it's a busy morning. And did you have a question, Butt Trumpet?
No, I was just trying to get my little hair out of my face.
Oh, okay.
Not going very well.
Understood. So you cross over, and just at about the time that you expect, like maybe within a block, you'll be able to see the university walls. Eldred, who's kind of in the front for a change, just stops dead in his tracks. And he's looking
What's
up.
wrong, big guy?
He's looking up and to the right.
We'll look up and to the right.
Shall
with
we
it.
do perception checks? Or-
Okay, no, there's no need for that.
Okay.
Where the tower was, where you saw the explosion that then started to change, it has changed even more. It's like a multi-sided twisting spike that goes up into the air that has like other curving spikes coming off of it. It's like this cobalt blue, and it's probably a good 100 to 200 feet taller than it was, and the top has become almost like a needle-like spire that goes straight up into the heavens. And there's about 5 different offshoots of spiky kind of smaller appendages coming off of it, and the whole thing just kind of is twisted and gnarled, and it still looks like it's made of stone, but it's kind of disturbing looking, to say the least. It is a not even to say it was a shadow of its former self is unfair to shadows, because this looks nothing like what the original tower looked like. It doesn't even look anything like what the tower changed into look like.
Yeah,
I have a
I'm
bad
just gonna
feeling
ask.
about this.
Just gonna ask Butt Trumpet. That's not normal for the tower, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I figured, but I just just had to ask just out of curiosity, because I mean that's, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Malevolent.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, was your old master like that kind of evil?
Well, yeah, yes.
Okay, all right, good to know. Good to know. Hey, you know what? I guess we put a pin in this, right? Because unless somebody wants to go in that thing for whatever weird
Is there a
reason you
door
want
to knock on?
You'd
No
have to
one has
walk.
to come with me.
You'd have to walk over there.
I would like to
Take a
walk
second
over
to
there.
Okay. You walk over there, and there are still, matter of fact, there's a lot of city guard in the vicinity. Most of them are still just kind of looking up at it. Many of them are shaking their heads. Now that you've kind of come out of the alleyway into where the base of it is, whereas the top looks really needle-like and sharp and spire-like and pointy, as it's come down, it's gone wider and wider and wider, and the base is much wider than the original tower was. And twisted and gnarled. And it seems to have little, while you have these 5 kind of spikes kind of coming off it that kind of look like might be on a pitchfork the way they come off, but at different angles. Like no 2 of these spikes are across from each other. There's much smaller spikes and like thorn-like things poking out of it, all out of stone, all
Almost
over
like
this
a cactus,
thing.
Paul, right? Like a cactus, like this. Not as exaggerated, but like you
Right.
got the arms. I was going to say like a branch on a tree, but they go vertical once
Correct.
they branch off. Okay.
Correct. It's if a cactus was made out of stone and kind of
And evil.
angular and twisted, but those spikes come off curved and go straight up and twist and turn also into little needles towards the top.
Yep, that's not safe at all.
So, Nikita, you don't see a door from this way. You would have to actually go back down around and go kind of down the different alleyways to get a look. But you're not seeing a door. You're not seeing, like, on any of the sections, like a bunch of guards right by this thing. They're all standing in kind of around the edge of the square in which this thing's at the center of. And most of them are just kind of looking up. And like I said, many of them are shaking their heads and whispering to each other.
Can I join them in their circle? Good morning, boys. This looks new.
The one looks at you and says, do you know anything about this?
I was here yesterday when it blew up, and the tower did not look like this at the time.
So you were here at that time?
Yes, just after it blew up.
Just after. So tell me what happened.
I was walking down that main street over there, back through that alley. We heard the explosion, and we came through the alleyway to check if anybody was hurt. We didn't see anyone, but the tower looked damaged. and then it started fixing itself, but it still looked like a normal tower. This looks weird. This is not good. Have you guys seen anybody near
No.
here?
Did you know the wizard Alistair?
No, I did not actually. That's what the guards told me who lived here yesterday.
Okay, so is that all? That's all you witnessed? You didn't see anything else? Any people? Anybody strange in the area or anything like that?
No.
No, I don't think so. No, there was no one. I'm trying.
Okay.
No. No.
Hey.
No,
So,
I didn't see anyone, but there were rumors. I heard there was this one wizard who doesn't like him. What was his name? Manamana? Mary Ellen? What the hell was his name?
Manamana.
Yeah, I like Manamana. Is there a wizard with a name like that?
I have no idea what you're saying.
Memulian.
Oh. Someone had mentioned offhandedly that this one wizard didn't like Alistair. But that was all I heard. I was just being nosy because I'm kind of not bright that way.
It's kind of why you're here right now, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your name, miss?
Nikita?
Nikita? Do you live in the city?
I do not. No. I've been here 2 days now.
And where are you staying?
It's it's funny. I forgot the name the first time, so I called it the Oh Shit Stone's Throw.
Okay, and he starts to write that down. He says, I'm going to ask that you not leave the city, please, miss. Until
That's what
further
the other
notice.
guard said too.
Okay. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the vicinity. This seems to be a crime scene, so we're...
I understand. Thank you for
very
the
much.
information.
Well, thank you for your information. If you think of anything else, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Okay.
Good day.
Good day. And I wander back.
Okay.
What did they say?
What's that?
Did I hear any of that? I don't think I did, but
No,
just
no,
checking.
because she went it's like she's like more than a block away.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Nikita, what did they say?
They didn't have any new information. Apparently, I gave them information on what happened yesterday. So now they're still looking at me like I'm a freaking criminal. But, what do you do? I'm used to it.
Elder goes, you're used to this?
Yeah, I wasn't well liked in my hometown, so I left.
Wow. You're looking for a name for our group. We all seem to fit a theme, don't we? Okay.
People love to be in my town. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm loved everywhere I've gone. I mean, why the hell
So
are you hanging
they
out
don't
with me?
know anything. They
Eldred,
haven't seen anybody.
I'm not going to take your sarcastic ribbing as actual true feelings. I know you like me, my friend. We have been through thick and thin. You have saved my life multiple times. It doesn't matter how many times you insult me. I know you actually like me.
I would never
And
insult
nothing
you,
will
my
change
friend.
that fact. Oh, no,
I would
you will.
never
On
insult.
multiple occasions, you will belittle me just for even if we're alone. It's like you're ribbing me in front of a crowd.
Did you foresee
know.
this in these visions of which you speak?
I know in your heart of hearts you actually like me as a person.
I love you.
Yep, see? He's admitting it now.
Should we
Just like
look
everybody else
away,
does.
or-
No, it's
We
okay.
can
This is
start
something you can watch.
shuffling, down towards the wizards.
This isn't weird or inappropriate time.
We can leave you alone if you want. It's no problem.
No need. No need. You can express feelings in front of people. It's not inappropriate.
Eldred leans over and gives you a kiss on the cheek and says, "That's what I thought." And then he says,
Okay, that might
Okay,
have been inappropriate, but at which point, guys are like,
We found the
damn it,
line.
man!
We found it.
You surprised the shit out of me. What?
Eldred goes, "You said you knew that I how much I liked you, so I was just reiterating that."
All right.
Anyway,
okay.
let's,
You know what? I feel all right about this. Okay.
Good. Okay.
So
So,
great, grand, wonderful. Anyway, we're moving on.
yes.
Photographer.
Nikita snorts so hard it's physically painful.
Okay.
And what do you do in the fantasy world?
So, you go past the university, and where do you go from there?
Does Eldred want to stop in or anything, or should we keep moving? Has he got stuff to pick up?
He goes, I'd kind of like to prepare for when I go there. Because I don't want any of this
Do you hear
horse.
how fast that horse was?
I don't want the horses
That's
getting
the horse,
anything
yeah.
on me, and I want to make a good first impression. And
No,
those
that
horses,
totally makes sense.
yeah, because those horses splatter as they go by.
Oh, oh my buckets. All right.
So now
we're
we're-
trying to cartographer, right? We're
Yeah.
trying to get a map,
Yeah.
map maker, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That direction,
And maybe
please.
this. And the black
Did we
cathedral,
ever
if it's.
change out of our robes, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Before you left, you did get your clothes back from the woman. She
Just
cleaned them.
wandering around in towels.
We are having a spa day.
You talking
Nikita's got a towel
about
wrapped around her
wrapped
beard.
in
Turned over here.
wrapped in a towel with a towel turned in?
Your hair up in another towel.
That would be awesome. A dwarf walking up to a line of guards going, "How's it going, guys?" Just wrapped in a freaking towel. How you doing?
Apparently, as good as you are.
Damn it. No spit takes.
Yeah, I was waiting for one. You made vomit people hug me earlier. It's only fair.
Yes, I did. And I'm going to think of something else later.
There's a good band name. Vomit people hug me.
Yes. Just the vomit people hug me.
That's the name of the first album of the Shadowfuckers.
Yes.
Yeah, vomit people hug me. Some exclusive bagpipe music going on there too.
Yes. So do we have like the same direction that we did for the Ratskeller,
Yeah, we're heading-
or
We're
Okay.
heading east, right? Back
Correct.
toward the river, Paul. Yeah.
okay?
Correct. So you go through a number of different neighborhoods. You can see the overlook ahead of you, and after about 45 minutes, in the distance, over top of the buildings that you're passing, you can see spires and a very large building with a lot of spires and arches and flying buttresses and such. And it seems to be a black, but it's not like an obsidian black. It's like a very matte-like black. Kind of a dull black. And the windows all seem to be the same. That kind of dull black.
Well, that looks like a black cathedral if I've ever seen one.
The other thing you notice...
If it's
The other thing
If
you
it's
notice
not-
is in front of it, there seems to be lots of trails of smoke going up in the air in front of it from different areas.
Whoa.
I think something's on fire.
Maybe wood.
Yeah, maybe we should get closer to take a look. Hopefully it's just a religious thing.
Some
Quite
horses
possible.
go by, and
Yep, they
These
are
horses
still
get
sick
more
as...
and more menacing.
gotta
Yeah,
watch
they do their thing.
you gotta watch where you step. Also, says Eldred, you especially, Butt Trumpet. You might, for you, that stepping in that's like, for us it just gets our shoes dirty. You're gonna have to worry about up to your waist.
Is it really that deep? Oh my!
Well, it depends on the size of the horse. If it's a draft horse versus a pony.
Nikita,
And
I
if
feel
it's
like
there-
this
Who's
is another
using?
piggyback
Wait,
ride.
who's using the ponies to pull stuff around? What sadistic bastard is using ponies like that?
They're not using them as they're riding them.
All right.
We
Okay.
found our next tangent.
Okay, so you
we're
hit.
at the Black Cathedral.
Yes.
Yeah, we're there.
You get to a section where it's the buildings, the normal buildings and neighborhoods seem to end, and it seems to be a lot more kind of like the equivalent of airplane hangars, but not as high. Whereas airplane hangars have a curved high roof, it's that kind of size, but it's about the size of a 2-story building and a gradual roof. So it's like large pavilions. There's a lot of them, and you see a lot of smokestacks coming out of them. And out of them
So
is
like
coming this black smoke. And some of it's white smoke, but a lot of it's black.
Okay.
So industrial almost.
Exactly.
Well, at least nothing's on fire that isn't supposed to be.
Hope so.
There's that.
Yeah.
And on the other side of these pavilions is that large structure with the spires and the arches and the flying buttresses and the dull black windows. And you can see that it's made. It looks like it's made out of some very. Nikita, you recognize that it looks like it's made out of some very good stonework. There's obviously some really expertise stonework involved here.
Oh, I'm gonna need a good look at this cathedral. I think dwarves worked on it. This is nice stuff. Are we able to make our way through the pavilions, or
You can go the front kind of has the equivalent of barn doors like a hangar would, and they're open. And when you go in, it's like a bazaar. There's sections of people doing different sort of craft work and different things. You notice the sections over what would be towards that building seems to be a lot of iron work and metal work and smelting and a lot of more of what you would refer to as industrial work. That side of the pavilions seems to be exclusively that. Now, these pavilions take up quite an area around here, but there are others across the streets from them. There are other storefronts and such. And you get a feeling that, in this area, it's definitely kind of more of an artisan area. You see furniture makers. You see people doing things, blowing glass, metal work, leather work. You see some sculptors at work, not necessarily in the pavilions, more in like little studios here and there. So you see, and different storefronts for different things. There's even, some very specialized clothing stores in here. When you were in the pavilions, there seemed to be some clothing people in there. A lot of art themed work, and when I say art, it doesn't necessarily always mean pictures or sculptures. Sometimes it's very fancy furniture, silver work, working with jewel encrusted things. Not so much that as the metal work itself. And then further on, it gets a little more, not so much artsy as it is more technical, dangerous work with these huge fires and huge vats of molten metal and things like that.
All right, so I think they said the cartographer was one of the storefronts, or anybody see it? See it?
We look around.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
someone
Coin
give.
Kisser's Court.
Pardon me?
I said, yeah, Coin Kisser's Court. I guess that's where we are now.
Coin Kisser's Court is kind of down towards the left, closer to the cliffs.
Okay.
Okay, so, all right. So I guess we're making a perception check to see if we spot the storefront.
Yeah, one person, no help. And matter of fact, at disadvantage too. There's a reason. There's a reason.
I'll volunteer myself for this.
Okay.
Horse goes by as you're looking, blocking some of your views.
The sick horses. All right. Perception. 1 and 2. The worst roll is a 12.
Okay. A lot of horses around here. You don't.
Too many, some might say.
You don't necessarily see the cartographers, but you do get a feeling that of what direction it might be from where, like over here is mostly kind of sculptures, whereas in the pavilion is this. There is a section that you see that has like bookbinding, like artisan bookbinding and things like that. And there are some alleys there. When you look down the alleys, there are signs hanging out down the alley. So there's obviously little places down these alleys as well. So
Gotcha.
you have an idea of what direction it's in, most likely if the area's sections seem to make sense. It should be down one of those alleys because it's not right here on the main street.
The glass blowers are together. Everyone who specializes in a specific type of artisan.
Maybe not so niche as all the glass blowers, but you can see that it's groups that fit together.
Yeah. It makes sense in context. Gotcha.
So you go down an alleyway where you see like some bookmakers, bookbinders, some paper makers, things like that. And then further down the alley, you do see an old sign. It's kind of deeper in the alley where it's a little darker. It not so much that it looks unsafe, but it's obviously not close enough to the street where the sun's penetrating that deep into the alley. You do see a sign that it says McNally's Map Making.
There you go.
Horse goes by and splatters you, Nikita.
Oh.
You just had a bath, too.
Well, you know.
Okay, so you're at the entrance to that alley.
Okay. Who wants to go in and talk to the?
Who knows anything about
I'll do it.
maps? I don't know. Okay.
What do we need? A map of the city? Sewers? What?
Both, and I think we want 2 maps of the sewers because the Godfather asked for a copy of it as well.
2 maps of the sewers, 1 of the city overall.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ching-a-ling-a-ling, like whatever the sound the door makes when you open it.
Hey, that's exactly the sound it makes as you go in, and you see a pretty much a empty wooden front. There is a young man with spectacles sitting on a tall stool with a tall desk. Seems to be drafting something. Behind him, you see shelves upon shelves of scrolls, and there's a back room with a large flat table that has parchment on it of different things. And as you come in, the young man looks like, oh, well, hello. How are you? Can I help you?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can. And I'll come up to him. Hey, need a couple of things. We need a map of the city.
Okay.
And I realize this may be a bit more of a niche or specialty, but 2 maps of the sewer system. Is that something you carry?
No, Mr. McNally, he travels, but kind of funny. He doesn't quite go that deep, if you know what I mean.
I see what you did. That's
kind of
Got
map-making
jokes.
humor, you know. But yeah, no, we don't. He's never gone into the sewers. Why do you need a map of the sewers? If you don't mind me asking.
we're doing some work down there. I'm sure you've heard about the missing children. It's just awful, right?
Missing children?
Oh, yeah. Did you know over in the Eastern District, some kids are going missing?
Oh.
Even in the Overlook.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gotten
No
that
wonder
bad.
they got people doing something, because I can see them doing it for the Overlook. Eastern District, sometimes they don't bother with them.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
well, once it went to the Overlook, you know how that goes.
Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, I can't help you with the sewers. And you know what? I don't know where you would find a map of the sewers.
Hey.
Except unless you went and talked to the guards or the magistrate or somebody like that might have something to do with it.
I'll give that a shot.
Yeah.
Hey, could I? You say McNally has never. Is it okay if I call him McNally? I know you call him Mr. McNally.
Mr. McNally, yeah.
You say Mr. McNally's never been, down below, so to speak. Would he be interested in hiring out some scouts, maybe?
He
Folks who
very
take a
well
look
might
and
be.
give him a rough lay, so he can draw up a map. Maybe in the
That-
future, the guards come looking for one. They know to stop at Mr. McNally's establishment.
I think
here.
I think he probably would, actually. I'm going to be honest with you here and tell you that I don't know how much he'll pay, because to tell you the truth, you're the first person since I've been here who's ever asked about the sewers. But
Yeah.
he is an open-minded gentleman, and he's always curious about other maps. So if you can help him with something like that, he does like to do things. As a matter of fact, he'd probably give it to me, because I tend to stuff like that. I can at least add the little flourishes and stuff that he doesn't, and something like that I could actually make pretty interesting and maybe make people interested in it. So, but yeah, I think I could probably next time I talk to him, I could probably find out.
Great. Hey, and here's an angle for you. I don't know if he seems particularly grossed out because sewers. I get it. What if we spun it as a map of the unique creatures of Seven Rivers Underground. Did you know there are giant worms with tentacles down there? There are all manner of creatures that you don't see topside that adventurers and animal enthusiasts or even students in the academy might be interested in knowing about for history's sake. I mean, they live here, right? So there might be an angle to work there. We could even highlight some of the known dens. You know, we found one.
I was in it.
Oh,
Like
I
cat.
bet that was exciting.
No, it was horrible. But
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it was the worst experience of my life.
Oh, I'm truly
It was
sorry.
okay. It really wasn't that bad. We made it out. It was actually rather exciting, like you said. So, you'll talk to him. Hey, we are staying over at the Stone's Throw, and if he...
Hold on one second. He takes a quill and takes a piece of paper. The stone's throw. And what is your name again?
Oh, I am Kellen. That is K-E-L-L-E-N, and Scatter Shadow. That's the last name. We're over at the Stone's Throw.
That's an Eastern Territories name, isn't it?
The what?
The
Stone's
Eastern
Throw?
Territory? No, Scatter Shadow.
No, it's a family name. We
Right.
It's
Oh, my mistake. I
no.
thought it was in the Eastern Territories, like over the mountains. Okay.
Hey,
and you?
there's a territory called the Scatter Shadow.
No. But there's territories on the other side of the mountain where that's a common name in some of the areas.
Really?
Yeah.
can we get a map of that too?
Like people who live there? Yeah.
I'm going to have to look into that because I don't know if we have any of the Eastern Territory maps made up at the moment. Mr. McNally's been out on a fact-finding mission for a couple months now, so we're a little low on certain things. But you know what? I'm going to work on some things, but I just want to get this information down first. Okay.
Take that map of the city if you've got it.
Okay. What I can do is the maps I have handy at the moment that I can put my hands on today. I have a color map of the Eastern Districts. That would go for 50 gold pieces. I have a black and white map of the Barony. That would go for 100 gold pieces. I have a color map of the Barony, which would go for 300 gold pieces. I know I have a map of the Overlook. I just don't know where to put my hands on it right now, but give me a day or two, I can come up with it for you. And I know somewhere I have maps of the Western Districts. I just need to put my hands on them. Those are the ones I know I have immediately.
Now, what? Now you said things about the Barony map.
Yes.
What extent does the Barony go to? I guess is kind of. Does it go past its borders at all? That map you have, or because we plan, or at least I plan, to go a little far afield, like Ankmar and areas out that away. Do you have something that large, or at least general?
Well, if you're talking about maps that include Ankmar, that's more of the whole western section of the Aria. That's more like a partial continental map.
I was just curious, like, what's the size you get to? Like, how big, but with enough detail where it's like, okay, I'm in this general area, so I know I got to go southwest to get to Ankmar, as an example, you know.
Well, to give you an idea, the barony map was just completed within the last year by Mr. McNally. He's currently on a trip to the south towards Ankmar and towards detritus and some of the nastier sections, including Cragshat and
Type.
no, the special prison in the south.
Oh, I was not aware of that one. Okay.
Oh, you don't know about? Oh, that's the wizard's
No.
prison. It's only the worst of the worst go there. It's pretty. It's
I would assume
legendary.
you need a special prison for wizards.
Well, it's wizards are in there, but there's other people as well. Some of the nastier sorts in the area who've been caught and need to be contained. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't think you would have anything to do with Cragshat, but so yeah, down towards detritus and you know, the mountains down there.
Yeah.
Wait, well, this is even way past Ankmar. So, yeah. He's working on gathering information for that map, which will then probably he'll make an additional map that includes the barony as well as the area that the count oversees down there, as well as the area of the city-state.
So
Which is
like a
Ankmar.
county map. A county map. So you got the count's territory. I'm assuming the baron is underneath the count. Is that how the hierarchy works around here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So the count has multiple baronies under his control, that kind of thing.
County and count are not exclusive because counties are small. The count oversees a very large area to the south.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it's like all the nasty areas. You know, I mean, you probably heard about the detritus.
I've heard. Never been. Hopefully, won't have to.
Right. I hope for your sake you don't have to. I just hope. I hope Mr. McNally, if he does go down that far, and I hope he's safe. I highly suggested that he contract some people out to do that part for him, but he likes to
Depends
do a
on
lot
how
of things
capricious
himself.
the gods are.
They're pretty nasty gods that they worship down there too, so who knows. But to give you an idea of the sort of work that Mr. McNally does, the barony would give you a good idea of that. That's everything from Lake Azure here, going west to the mountain range, and going north up to the cold wastes.
Cold wastes.
Good.
You know, on the other side of the Horned Peaks and such.
I might be back for that barony map. That does sound very useful, especially right now. And you say and your boss is basically working on maps.
He's working on a southern map at the moment, yeah. And once he gets that, then he's going to start heading east.
So how does he relay information magically back to you to update things, or is he just going to bring it all back at once? Once he gets back around town.
He sends messages via couriers. People, you know, he pays off people to ride up here and let me know. Or ships. I've had to pick up some of his messages from ships down at the docks. And what it seems is he makes duplicate copies so that he has the ones he works on, and then he sends me ones to work on until he gets back.
You might want to swing back here before we leave Seven Rivers.
Yeah.
Get a more complete picture.
Well, if you could actually, yes, please start that work on the bird's eye for us.
And I'll tell you what, I can. I'll send him a message, but it takes time.
Of course.
But I have a certain amount of authority here. For the maps of the rough map of the sewers, I can give you. I can promise you 30 gold pieces for the work to do that.
That's not bad.
That sounds quite nice. Actually.
Okay.
Hey, unless you unless you're interested in keeping your coffers full, you think maybe we can call it an even trade, little scouting work for that city map?
Well, I'm sure we can work something out that would definitely give you a little bit more bang for your buck, as it were.
Yeah.
I'll just need some time to put that together. Like I said, I have an Eastern Districts map at the moment. It's right on the shelf back there. I know there's a Overlook map somewhere. I just have to dig it up. The Eastern Districts map, we sell a lot of those. I just don't know if we have any in stock at the moment. I have to look for that one.
Yeah.
And I know we're out of stock of the ones for the entire city. But I have a kind of a base level one that I can touch up to give you the highlights of what you're saying.
That would be fantastic. Okay. Well, I know you were working on something as we came in, so I'll let you get back to that. Just remember, we're staying over at the Stone's Throw.
I don't know where that is. Where is that?
Oh, really? It's in the. I believe that's the library district. It's just
Oh,
outside.
okay.
There's a.
So just south of the south of the university?
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it. You get it south of the university. The couriers will know where to go.
Okay. Okay.
Well, thanks. Oh, what's your name?
Oh, Norbert.
Norbert.
Mhm.
All right, Norbert. Well, thanks for a square deal and the help. We'll
No problem.
we'll be in touch.
You bet. If you go into the sewers, good luck. That sounds well, kind of nasty, actually.
Oh, it is awful.
It's an experience.
Just the worst.
It's extra smelly. It's terrible.
It's kind of in the name, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh,
Smelly sewers.
only
That's what I
God.
call.
Only gods who hate their subjects send them in there.
But wait a minute, you're like a priest sort of guy, aren't you?
Yeah, no, that's not mine though.
Oh,
Yeah,
None of
he's a
these
wizard.
guys follow them. I just follow them into the sewer, so I'm assuming whoever they pray to has just cursed them.
oh, wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow. Okay,
If only
well,
they accepted Bacchus into their life cups. Oh, only if Bacchus accepted. Yeah, if they accepted Bacchus in their cups. That's the saying I'm going to use from now on.
okay, so like I said, it'll take me about a week to do the kind of base level high points of Seven Rivers map for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so give me a week, and I'll have that for you then. And
We'll come back and see you.
that was 50 gold pieces. But if you want to wait until after you complete a map of the sewers, I'll give it to you for 10. How about that?
That sounds like a deal.
And I like that.
Mhm.
All right, Norbert. That's good looking out. We appreciate that.
My pleasure. It's always happy to get people involved in the hobby. It's a really exciting hobby. I was very blessed to actually meet Mr. McNally, who brought me on as his apprentice. And there aren't a lot of map makers out there because a lot of people just don't. It's a lot of work and a lot of travel, and you have to be good with art as well. And you don't meet a lot of people when you do. Well, you meet a lot of people when you're out traveling and everything, but then your home life, you're usually at home drawing, and you don't really get a chance to meet a lot of people. So you're kind of always starved for conversation. You don't you get invited to a lot of parties, and it's a lonely life, actually.
Out of the room. Dice is backing away.
You know what? If you're looking for a party, check out the Rat Skeller.
Oh,
Killer party.
Oh, that
You
place
have
is
no idea what you're
intense.
missing. You got to get down there. We'll be in touch, okay?
well, where's this Ratskeller place?
I'll tell them where the Rat Skeller is, and I'll even like whip out some parchment and like.
Your ballpoint
Oh,
quill,
it's
got it.
pens.
It's a ballpoint quill.
Oh, sorry. No, I'll just cap it. Cap the fountain pen.
Okay.
There you go.
Very good.
And then peace out of there.
You got it.
Bye, Norbert.
Where it's going on about 9 o'clock now. So what exactly is the next plan? And we'll wrap it up here. But where were you going to head from here?
Let's
9
get our
o'clock in the
armor.
morning is what you're saying, right?
It's probably about 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll head toward the Eastern District, see if it's covered in fart clouds. Fart clouds still.
I'd like to check out the Black Cathedral at least. See what
Okay.
that's all
Oh
about.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
was
we'll.
curious about
So
that
we'll
too,
check
yeah.
that out before we leave the area.
Okay. So the
I would
first
appreciate that to see the.
first course of action is to check out the Black Cathedral. You got it.
Yes.
Well, folks, thank you very much for joining us. Let's tune in next week. We'll find out if what the Black Cathedral's all about. We'll see if the Eastern Districts are still plagued with the fog and the mist, and we'll see what else our friends gather themselves up to. So tune in next week. Same Grognard time, same Grognard channel. And, of course, remember, be kind.
Say she goes. I'm cashing in my chips. I got my hand on deck. I'm going down with the ship. Davy Jones a slacker. Bermuda isosceles. Crashing on the shore. At the bottom of the sea. Can't get me to way on your floor. It seems so odd to be an act of God. The evidence is clear. The devils are working. Sleeping with the fishes. Oh, childbirth.